beautiful sweet baby. So today we're going to be talking about Sexy Red receiving some backlash after going to a school and yelling out "SkeeYee" with the kids. So it looks like Sexy Red is receiving some backlash simply because she's pulled up to a school and had a few girls that was lined up at, I believe, what is like a middle school or maybe an elementary school, and she was telling them 1, 2, 3, go, and they yelled out "SkeeYee." A few users on Twitter, which is now X, had seen some disdain for this simply because they think that this is the wrong message that's sent to little black girls. So one person actually stated, "She has no message for the little kids. There's no reason for this. Her music is for adults. She has no business with little black girls or kids. It's protect black girls till it's S like this, huh?" Another user pretty much said this. "This was always where it was going with her, and I said this too. Between her doing appearances at high schools and being on mainstream radio alone meant this was eventually going to happen. She could at least have her own boundaries and refuse to do appearances with minors, SMH. Another person said, "Parents don't shield and censor their children enough. For me, TikTok is raising these babies." So here's my thoughts. I honestly think the exact same thing as these users. I have been thinking this as well. It's unfortunate that, people are allowing their kids to be raised off of SkeeYee and Sexy Red's terminology. Unfortunately, no matter who the person is, if they have a huge enough influence, they are going to be a role model for kids, whether the person likes it or not. Because regardless of how well a parent is doing raising their children, they're still going to be, exposed to people like Sexy Red in the first place. Because you have to think about the people that the kids encounter on a daily basis. If you don't raise for your kids to listen to Sexy Red in your household, another person's kid might actually raise them to listen to her in their household. And unfortunately, you can't stop kids from clicking with whoever they want to click to. And I noticed that they are really pushing the fact that this is affecting little black girls because, if I'm honest, that's all that she had behind her was little black girls. Because other races are not letting their kids listen to SkeeYee. What's even more terrible, though, is that Sexy Red recently had an S tape that leaked. And it's just unfortunate that now she's going to schools and she's, being a representation for them and being a person that's going there to speak at schools. This is the same woman that, is on the notion of, you got to get your lick back and go F the ops if your baby daddy, did something wrong to you. And this unfortunate mess is what the young girls are learning these days. Hell, it's even bad enough that people my age and younger are even learning these things. People from, the early 30s, late 30s, mid to late 20s, early 20s, they're all learning notions from this chick. And I honestly, truly haven't seen her put out any, positive type messages. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen her put out any positive type messages for little black girls. It's all that very ratchet ghetto type behavior. And I really want for African American people to stop with these weird notions. It's like we want the best for young women and we want them to flourish, but yet we have people going after these notions. People of other ethnicities have different types of people that they can look up to. Unfortunately, we have a hood rat that we're having raise our children. Yes, her music is catchy, and I understand that, catchy music is in these days. But it's unfortunate that these types of notions of, SkeeYee, when the terminology is something that people don't even know about, is overcoming and being something that is advertised for the kids. And what's crazy is there was a lot of young black girls that were in this video. And you know what? They're going to see young black girls that are the same age as them, maybe a little older, and they're going to let them know. And then it's going to be a repetitive cycle of just little black girls going through this on a day-to-day basis. Learning these notions and learning the sexy red type ways and just giving African American people a bad notion in general. I already know that a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I truly don't care. That's my opinion. What's yours?